Welcome everybody to our Friday flight plan call. We're just going to give you some really short updates tonight about all of our projects. No slides tonight, so if you are joining us via recording, welcome to the meeting. Just know if you are here in person that we will probably complete all of our updates in about 15 minutes or so, and then we'll take some questions. We always do record the call for people that can't be on, but the bonus, if you're able to attend live, is that you have the chance to do some Q&A afterwards. And because that could be of a more private nature around people's accounts, that's one of the reasons that we don't record that. But the other reason is that we want to honor the people that have taken time out of their schedule and are able to show up in person as well. So um, if you are somebody who does need help with something, you also can always come to our Work It Out Wednesday hours on Wednesday. We post in the Telegram group. I think in the Telegram group, there's a pinned post with our weekly schedule that is likely to be changing up a little bit here soon. We're making some advancements. We're experiencing some changes we're getting some new webinar information, lots of stuff coming as we get farther and farther down the roadmap of TMN. So we're going to be moving into that ICO phase that's going to make a little bit of changes to our schedule. But most things will continue to be at 7 p.m. Central. So watch the Telegram group for any changes there. And with that said, tonight, guys, I don't know if so many of you have been with us and have been part of this group since we were involved with Karatbars and buying KBC coin, and that has been a journey, right, for all of us. It's been a journey with some stops. It's been a journey with some different names along the way, with a lot of things. But our commitment to you has always been for us to rally around the people who have joined us, to continue to stay true to the vision of what we always came into. And at the same time, while we're doing that, we're always sort of negotiating the facts and negotiating the landscape. So we're on a long hike, and sometimes the terrain changes. And so this week, what I'd really love to be able to do is to bring on our own Jan Aderholt, who, if you haven't seen her, she did well, I might proudly say I thought it was the best part of the initial launch call for FB Universe. It really was. It was the highlight for me. And so I think that there's nobody more fitting to just talk about, she and I have had some conversations around why we're continuing to support that space and what's going on in that space. So I'm going to let her talk a little bit about that to all of you, and where our vision kind of is in what's going on over there. So Jan, take it away and give us a little update if you don't mind.
Thank you. I want to apologize. Thank you, first of all, for the introduction. Very sweet, and I appreciate it. Love this group. I'm off camera because of very, very, very serious storms all around us. And so I apologize for that. So if it gets a little weird, just put your finger up, Shelly, and I'll I'll stop talking until it catches up. So and in fact, if I may be Dorothy, and I may not be in Kansas anymore when we get through. This is serious.
Or you may be in Kansas.
Yes, yes, true. So as many of you know, there is a Facebook page that is called FB Universe. I recommend that you go and you make sure that you see those updates coming through there. The FreeBay AG page is no longer activated. So in that, there's a lot of information that's been flowing, both positive and negative. Okay, and that's okay. We know what we're working with and who we're working with, and so it's not always going to be as Shelley says, Pollyanna. We know that. But we also want to make sure that you're informed where your assets are and what to do with them. So there is a letter from Sandra Vogelman, who is the CEO of Freebay Universe, and I posted it in our group, but I don't want to take the time to read it. But if you'll go to the Facebook group, and you can certainly read that. Basically, Freebay AG discontinued its business activities effective March the 31st, 2021. She did stay with the project because she believed in the idea, but there were insurmountable challenges and constraints. And then she started the fresh start with FB Universe. She is now the CEO and sole owner, and FB Universe stands for freedom and business. Okay. The homepage of Freebay AG is no longer active.
Okay.
And instead you'll be redirected to the new website, www.fb-universe.com. Okay. You want to go there and go ahead and sign in, verify that you want to, verify what's supposed to be there. All of our status is grandfathered in. You want again, this is an asset. This is not Karatbars. This is previously Freebay. So make sure that, yes, and you do use the same credentials as your Karatbars Freebay. We've flowed with that consistently. If you have a problem, just change your password. Okay. Your username is the same. Just take a minute. Don't get blocked. Don't get frustrated. If you don't remember the first time, just take an extra second and go ahead and change your password. We are seeing that gold is being delivered. We saw another whole round of gold that's being delivered. Tammy Morrison is really a very wonderful communicator on the Freebay, I'm sorry, on the FB Universe Facebook site. She really is. And so you will not be left out in the cold. You'll have a lot of information. Are we telling you to purchase packages and all that right now? I'm not saying that. What we are saying is sign in, get your feet wet, take a look around, make sure you have what you're supposed to have. And then communicate with us if there is a challenge there or questions. We are all going at this one step at a time. And we are here because we believe in what you've committed to, and we stand strong with you to see this through if there's even the least bit opportunity for us to see this through. Does that help, Shelley?
Yeah, very well spoken. And I think it just, I think what I'm trying to say is that we support. We're just not ready necessarily to promote. It doesn't mean we would never promote it. What it really means is I want to hold the space for them as they work out the details of what they're trying to bring back to the forefront. I think the important thing to recognize is, we do see some negative press, and people are understandably frustrated and angry because sometimes they've been waiting a very long time for deliveries, or and probably there are some things that will never be delivered because they were technology products from a partner company that they're no longer associated with. So we don't know exactly how all of that will get worked out on the Karatbar side. So like the Karatbar side, that business may even change names too, but they continue to fulfill their pieces. FB Universe is the marketing arm, right? They are, and Sandra Vogelman is the CEO. So the reason I can really support that, if you were ever at a Karatbars event that Sandra ran, it ran like a well-oiled machine. She's an event planner. Christine will be able to appreciate that. Like, this gal knows her details. I truly believe that if they have a shot to bring everything back and to really grow this asset, it will definitely be under her leadership. And I can get behind her leadership. I feel really strongly that she has the capability and the experience and what needs to happen. It's just the question kind of is, right? When you have a certain amount of bad press, or you have a certain kinds of things that happen, we just have to stand back and say and watch how things are recovering and take the next right step. That's how I view it anyway. That's like what we are doing. And no matter what, whether people get set up in FB Universe or not is up to them. But they have to understand that they definitely need the V999.gold to protect the any coin assets that they had. For sure, people, there isn't a deadline over there, but we still want to actively. Now, I'm not asking you to go dig down deep and go to hundreds of people on your team or anything like that. But I am saying put the information publicly, let people find the channel to help themselves. And if they come to you with questions, with needing help, we have a system and a platform for that. And it's Work It Out Wednesday from 1 to 2 Central and 7 to 9 Central. And so there's nothing so pressing that it can't be handled within our intact system. So let's use it. I'm not asking you to go spend your days helping people. Direct everybody to the system. And then if you know, especially if you know you have people coming to those calls, the right thing to do as a leader is for you to come as well, to learn, to help, to be part of the people that are in the breakout rooms. But together, like, I mean, Jan's the one who taught me to say, we are really better together. And if we have one thing that absolutely shows that, it's our Work It Out Wednesday system that doesn't overtax any one leader or person, and it gives everybody a place for ongoing support that they can count on. So that's where we're at with that project. And anything to add, Jan, or do you think that pretty much covers it?
No, I think that's perfect. Absolutely. I feel like that we just want to encourage everyone to sign into your account and go take again one step at a time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So, and in that same vein, you all know that there's a very intact system for communication on the GS Trade, GS Partners side. And I really feel the same thing. I'm not going to go in depth with anything really that's going on over on that side right now, because we have in the past. And you know, and within our Telegram groups is any information that you need about how to stay connected. And that's really how I see our role, because I might not actively be promoting opportunities or projects, but my sense of responsibility to all of you comes in making sure that we stay on top of any like crucial details, any changes in platforms, any kind of deadlines. That's where also we're all better together. If somebody else sees something on those platforms, we have a place where we share information, where we know to put people in information and bring them through to the next level on something. Um, so all of that, like, it seems to be humming along. I will tell you, like, there was a time when we all had some things around nodes going on. And right now, as far as I know, everybody's got stuff working. It's moving along, and we're doing the same thing. We're giving both these projects the space to do what it takes to grow their coin, to see which one, if either or both, can gain the kind of traction in the marketplace. So we know it's happening. I read a very interesting article about another cryptocurrency where, I mean, crypto's where it's at. It's a bull market. I read an article about a certain coin that if people had put their individual stimulus check, their first stimulus, into this coin, their $1,200, they would have 374,000 today. So that's the kind of potential that we have within the cryptocurrency space. Doesn't mean it's a guarantee, still the wild, wild west, but we have the opportunity to make wise choices with the resources that we have and to have it be part of our strategic investment portfolio. Okay. My vision is around bringing everyone into a space where they have the potential to avail themselves of all the strategic assets, whether that's precious metals, whether that's rare earth and technology metals, or whether that's cryptocurrency, both a utility coin and later a stable coin. Together, all of those bring the kind of diversity and the kind of stability and a really good strategic platform for people to grow their residual income. I mean, that's what I'm really about here, is helping bring everybody to a place where they're growing a passive income that allows them to go off and really pursue whatever it is in their heart to do with their work life, whether that is marketing what we're marketing here, which obviously that's what I'm doing, but as a result, like, we want both things. We want people who want to grow a team to be able to grow a team, and we want people who just want to make their assets work harder for them, make their assets work harder for them. So wherever you fit in that scheme, in that realm, that's what we're trying to do here. So let me give you a quick little update, um, mildly vague update around TMN. There is still a very lot of very exciting things going on the TMN side. So what I really want to talk to you about is, I know you're all anxious for meaty details, and there is nobody more anxious to give you meaty details than me. And at the same time, prudence dictates that I let a few more details get worked out. And what I want to say to you, though, is all good things, all very good things. What's being worked out has very little to do with any kind of issues that have to be solved, and instead have to do with systems and personnel and people and opportunities being set in place in a strong, firm, foundational way that allow us to bring this to a next level opportunity, to a next level kind of thing. So anybody in this room that has ever worked in industries that require regulatory agencies, financial systems, governing bodies, lawyers, legal, IT, just know that all of those things, and if I seem tired tonight, it's because my first meeting around all of this stuff was at 4 a.m. my time today, and I have barely been off Zoom. Some of you in here can attest to this. I've barely been off Zoom all week. I feel like I kind of live in front of the screen a little bit. So, but in a very good way, because what we're putting in place for you gives everybody to have that option, right? To be on the side where they're just doing asset growth, or to truly help gather people up and build a long-term residual income for themselves, their families, their friends. And so that's what I want you to know, is like, there just truly are some big, amazing things coming. Um, I saw a preview of, was there a Telegram announcement today about around anything to do with IT? I haven't looked in Telegram in the last, so there was I knew there was going to be an official announcement. So as you've seen, like, there's somebody new that is going to completely handle customer support issues, a whole nother full-time person that will be what they do, is outside of IT work. There's going to be one person that literally will just handle anything customer service related, um, for the community. So, so that is all moving forward. And if you, there are instructions in there. So I think what they're hoping to do is that for the new person who's coming on, they want to make sure that any customer service issues that might possibly be outstanding are fresh. So the one thing that I'm going to ask all of you is that even if it goes back a long time, even if you know that I know that Alex knows that, like, we have some like that. We have some things we've worked on and everybody knows that they're there. But I'm going to ask you to do the thing where one more time, send a support ticket so that we can start with some. So somebody, I can understand that too, right? Somebody brand new gets a fresh docket because the last thing we want for this person, because it did happen today. I was looking at some things with someone that we thought were outstanding, and I found something that was solved. So I'm just asking you all as leaders or as individuals who have purchased assets, just put eyes on it one time. Make sure that the issue is still there. Make sure you've sent screenshots or whatever you need to for supporting documentation. Reach out if you have questions about what you need for supporting documentation. And let's just be sure that because the other thing is this, they want to know exactly how many issues there are. Okay, I don't think it's too many. I think it's pretty much a handful. And I will say this, probably most of them reside within our own team because we just did a crazy big amount of business in a really short time. And whenever you're going gangbusters, that's when stuff like that happens. So the other thing that I will report is that for now, the TMN purchases in the presale working great. I did a whole bunch in the last 2 days. I've done at least half a dozen sales. Everything is going through just fine. And the programming around two more large parts of the system are done or very nearly done. So I don't want to like steal anybody's thunder for them bringing out announcements. So just know, this is like when you're looking at the lake and the swan just looks like it's gliding across the water. And if you could see underneath, it was paddling like crazy. They're paddling like crazy. So, and headed in all the right directions. So with that, I am going to conclude. I'm going to tell you that on Sunday night, we will have our short presentation primarily for investors with our Work It Out afterward. And then on Monday, we will have our regular team meeting for now. Stay tuned next week. Jim and I we really are going to Florida. I know I said that last week too. We really are going to Florida. We're just trying to work out all the details with all these meetings. And so there will be some upcoming travel. It's possible that I will have to reschedule or postpone a meeting here and there as we try to get from point A to point B. So I really appreciate everybody's understanding around that. And then if you get a couple days off, take a big deep breath because you're going to be excited when you see everything that that is coming. So with that, I am going to stop the recording and we'll take Q&A from everybody that's in the room. So thank you all for joining us on the recording, and we will see you on Sunday or Monday.